on social media, I'm starting to see restaurants like posting photos of them like already prepping for reopening soon. I mean, is that something that you two are doing, or is that sort of wishful thinking?
What do you think? Well, at the moment right now, I hate to say it, but I think it's really wishful thinking. I mean, I think
Yeah.
people are maybe prepping because they're figuring out that we have to go to a takeout or to go model right now, and they're trying to figure out what that means. It's still really precarious right now because I know a lot of people are just closed period because of health concerns, and that's very reasonable. Others, are being open because they see, an opportunity that they can be safe and they can do it properly. So I think it's a mix, but I would be very surprised if anybody actually thinks a restaurant's going to open in the Seattle area with anything other than really limited capacity before maybe July 1st, but I think it's going to be September 1st. I'm talking,
Wow.
I mean, I really do. I've been talking to the health inspector at King County, like the guy, Pat, about some things and just trying to figure out what it's going to be. And I mean, maybe we'll get lucky over the summer with some super limited, capacity. And especially with some of us with more private rooms, we might be able to. But here's the problem. Like, you can't sell a 10-person dinner and have a bunch of strangers be at the table together, because the problem is, it's not, from what the CDC and people are saying, it's not that, 5 different parties in a single room are going to infect each other. It's if all those people are at the same table, that's the problem. And so, for instance, like, I have a beautiful chef's counter that I built myself. That thing is probably out for the year to next year even. Like, I probably won't even be able to use it because people would be like breathing into the kitchen, right? And then so it's like, how do we compartmentalize our restaurants? How do we figure out, where to put people? But I think there's no way we're opening up anytime before 4th of July right now. It would blow my mind. It really would. I think other businesses will start to slowly open up, and I'm trying not to be too doomsday about anything, but I'm also trying to prepare for a pretty rainy time. So I don't know. What do you think, Chef? I mean, this is a great conversation to have because I think a lot of us can put heads together on it.
Yeah. Well, I really feel like Seattle. I feel fortunate to live here. At first, I was like, oh my God, I live in Seattle. We're in the hot zone. Although I thought we did a great job. Besides some of the parks being full of people playing football and basketball and stuff, but I feel like we did a really good job, and like we're staying ahead of it. Unfortunately, the rest of the country isn't, and so that's kind of frustrating because if we're going to get rid of this, everybody's got to be all in. So with that said, I feel like it is going to be longer. If we did a couple things that we should have done together, we'd probably be opening up a little sooner. But I mean, right now in my head, I've got, the governors, we has us on lockdown till May 4th. So we're going to wait and see what the parameters are around dining. I'm connected to a hotel, so people aren't going to want to run out and stay at places anytime soon. But in my mind, I'm thinking June 1st.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's going to come down to the governor. I mean, I'm already, starting to think ahead a little bit and come up with different plans. And I can't come up with just one plan. It's got to be 2 or 3 or 4 different plans. Like, I've just bought 25 gallons of hand sanitizer because the Bar Green rep is like, you're not going to be able to get it to load up for when people come back, so that we have that kind of stuff. I bought 6 of the thermometers, the $130 thermometers, because I'm thinking whatever the health department says we're going to do, I'm going to go above and beyond that. I'm going to go, if they don't say you have to do this, I'm still going to do it. I want to be able to protect guests and employees. The thing is, we only have one shot at this when we open back up, because you can't do it. You can't mess it up, because it's going to cost a lot of money to reopen, and you can't reopen and screw it up and then do it again. You might not have enough money to open back up, So I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to prepare for all of it. I know that like the bar at the Frog is, maybe 2 couples can be in there at the most. the communal table when you walk in, that big fireplace table. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to that. We're already kind of thinking about. We're going to lose half of our tables. I'm thinking of everything. I thought,
How many rooms are at the Willows Lodge right now? You could do like private dining rooms.
I trust me, I've thought of it.
Honestly, it could
Room
work.
service.
It's almost an advantage in a way that you
Drop
have.
and go.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
kind of, right? Like,
Yeah.
crazy. It's a crazy concept, but it could. I mean, it could help in a way at least. I don't know.
We're definitely going to do that. I think that being on a phone call with a bunch of other chefs with our company that are all over the country, like grab and go is going to be gigantic. Like that's going to be the thing. Like if you don't, like I don't have grab and go right now. I've been resisting grab and go forever, and now I'm like, we got to do grab and go. Yeah. I've even thought of turning the Barking Frog into a market. When you walk in, there's a flower shop, almost like Melrose Market. Like there's a flower shop in the bar, and we're selling Woodinville wines and French wines and all these different things, and beet salads and all these different things already pre-prepared to where people from like Chateau Saint Michel can come over and grab lunch. So I'm just trying to think. I'm thinking about everything. The Barking Frog mobile kitchen, the food truck, having that, maybe breakfast and lunch. Maybe we don't open for breakfast and lunch, and we just open for dinner. And then the Barking Frog is for breakfast and lunch is, off the food truck where you would come or even pre-order or have breakfast burritos already pre-done. So when people come up, they don't have to wait and they can just grab it and, do it safely. So I don't know. I'm trying to just think of everything to try to generate revenue so that we don't fade away from all this. We're going to overcome this,